If you had a time machine and you went back 4.5 billion years, you wouldn't survive, not even for a second. Because 4.5 billion years ago, it was the time of the Hadean Eon. The entire planet was molten. The temperature was around 2,000 degrees Celsius, hotter than the surface of the sun. There was no such thing as land, just an endless ocean of fire. The sky was filled with toxic gases, and asteroids were constantly raining down. Our Earth wasn't a planet. It looked like some kind of hell, but something was about to happen to this ball of fire. Something that would change the history of the entire solar system. From the darkness of space, a planet killer was approaching. Theia. Today, you'll learn the truth about that catastrophic collision that gave us our moon. If that collision had never happened, there might be no oceans today, no oxygen, and no humans. But this is just the beginning. The real mystery is, how did life take its first breath in the middle of all this death? Welcome to the most violent birthday story in history, the birth of the moon. According to scientific theories, our Earth wasn't alone at that time. In the same orbit, another planet was forming, which we call Theia. It was a Mars-sized protoplanet, powerful enough to wipe out Earth. And its speed was 15 kilometers per second. Just imagine an entire planet moving 15 times faster than a bullet, heading straight toward our burning Earth. The collision was inevitable. When Theia hit, the energy was so massive that Earth's crust melted and vaporized. Trillions of tons of debris were scattered into space. It seemed like Earth would vanish forever. But this was the moment when physics showed its magic. That debris wasn't lost. Instead, it formed a ring around Earth. And from that, something was born. The thing we now call the moon. Physics says that when two planets collide like this, they are destroyed. So how did Earth survive? If Theia had struck at even a slightly different angle, there would be no Earth today, and you wouldn't be watching this video. But Theia hit Earth at a very specific angle. A glancing blow. That one perfect accident saved our planet. We might think the moon took millions of years to form, but according to modern supercomputers, gravity pulled all that debris together into a sphere in just a few months. This was our newborn moon. But it wasn't calm. It was a boiling, red-hot sphere, extremely close to Earth. Today, the moon is about 384,000 kilometers away from us. But in the beginning, it was just 25,000 kilometers away. So large that if you were there, the sky would be filled with nothing but the moon. Its effect on Earth was violent. The moon's gravity was raising waves of lava thousands of feet high on Earth. But how did this moon, once so close, move farther away? The answer is tidal friction. At that time, Earth was spinning very fast. A day lasted only 6 hours. Earth's gravity was pulling the moon, and the moon's gravity was pulling Earth's oceans and magma. A tug of war began between them. Earth's rapid rotation gave the moon an extra push, just like when you push someone outward from a spinning merry-go-round. Now the question is, how did that burning red sphere turn into the calm white moon we see today? At the time of its formation, the moon was completely molten. This is called a lunar magma ocean. But the cold of space began to do its work. The moon started losing heat through radiation, and gradually, it began to cool down. As it cooled, lighter minerals, like anorthosite, floated to the surface and formed the moon's white skin, or crust. But it wasn't smooth like it is today. As Earth cooled, the moon began its real job, as a bodyguard. Any wandering asteroids in space were absorbed by the moon. The craters you see on the moon today are marks of those impacts. Plus, Earth's gravity tidally locked the moon. This means one side of the moon always faces Earth. That's why, to this day, humans have never seen the moon's dark side from Earth. Even today, our moon is moving away from us by about 3.8 centimeters every year. A time will come when it will be so far away that we will never see a total solar eclipse again. Friends, the moon doesn't just light up the night, it's Earth's anchor. Without the moon, Earth would spin much faster. A day wouldn't be 24 hours, it would be just 6 hours. Imagine the sun rising and setting every 3 hours. Due to such rapid rotation, storms on Earth would reach speeds of 500 kilometers per hour. If the moon didn't exist, Earth's tilt would change so drastically that sometimes it would be unbearably hot, and other times freezing cold. The moon's gravity has held Earth in a stable position, giving us stable seasons. Without the moon, life on Earth might never have existed. So yes, the moon gave Earth stability, but the real mystery begins now. On a boiling Earth, where did millions of gallons of water come from? Was it delivered from space? And in that toxic chemical soup, how did the first single cell come to life? But the biggest shock, the same oxygen that gave us life, once turned the entire Earth into a frozen ball, known as Snowball Earth. How did life survive that freezing hell? To find out all this, subscribe to the channel, because the next episode will blow your mind. Stay curious.